Hey there, welcome back to Park and Post. Today, I want to share a personal travel experience that left me shaken but taught me valuable lessons about staying safe while exploring new places. Traveling is amazing, but let's face it, safety is paramount. Now, let's dive into my terrifying travel theft experience and how I managed to stay safe during what seemed like a nightmare vacation. Picture this: a beautiful destination, stunning landscapes, and the excitement of being in a foreign land. It was the trip of a lifetime. However, during my third day, I let my guard down, and that's when it happened. I was exploring a vibrant local market, mesmerized by all the colors and aromas. Amidst the hustle and bustle, a friendly stranger struck up a conversation with me. He seemed genuinely helpful and offered to guide me to a lesser-known attraction nearby. I thought, why not embrace the local hospitality? But little did I know, this stranger was plotting something else entirely. As we walked, he subtly distracted me with interesting tales, and that's when it happened. My bag was gone. Panic flooded my veins as I realized my camera, wallet, and passport were all inside. It felt like my heart had stopped, and I was in a state of shock. At that moment, I knew I had to act fast and keep my wits about me. I raced to the nearest police station to report the theft and get emergency travel documents. The officers were incredibly helpful and empathetic, reassuring me that such incidents were not uncommon in busy tourist areas. They gave me valuable advice on staying safe and protecting my belongings even in crowded places. With their guidance, I managed to get through the ordeal and continue my journey, even though with more caution. From that experience, I learned some crucial lessons that I want to share with you all. First and foremost, trust your instincts. If something feels off or too good to be true, it probably is. Always be cautious when interacting with strangers, especially if they seem overly friendly or persistent. Secondly, let's talk about safeguarding your belongings. I can't stress this enough. Use a secure cross-body bag or money belt to keep your valuables close to you. And please only carry the cash you need for the day. Leave the rest in your hotel safe. Thirdly, be aware of your surroundings. Even when you're enjoying breathtaking sights or taking photos. Thieves often strike when you least expect it, so stay vigilant, especially in crowded areas. Now, I'm going to share with you 15 common mistakes tourists make that lead to robbery. I know that experiencing the world can be exhilarating, but it's essential to be aware of potential risks, especially when it comes to theft. So, before you pack your bags and set off on your next adventure, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into our ultimate guide on how to avoid theft and stay safe during your travels. Number 1. Unfamiliarity with surroundings. Navigating through new cities and countries can be overwhelming, right? Tourists often find themselves in unfamiliar environments, exploring new cities and countries with different layouts, street names, and public transportation systems. Navigating these unknown territories can lead to confusion and disorientation, making you susceptible to theft. Local criminals who are well acquainted with the area may exploit this vulnerability, targeting tourists who seem lost or unsure of their surroundings. To mitigate this risk, you should research your destination before arrival, use reliable navigation apps, and seek help from trusted sources if you feel lost. Number 2. Carrying valuable items. We all love capturing beautiful moments during our trips with high-tech cameras and smartphones. Tourists often carry valuable items such as high-end cameras, smartphones, and laptops to capture their travel memories and stay connected with loved ones. However, this can make them attractive targets for thieves. who seek to snatch these expensive gadgets for quick profit. Additionally, tourists might carry large amounts of cash, especially in countries with limited card acceptance, further increasing the allure for opportunistic criminals. To minimize this risk, you should consider using a secure crossbody bag or money belt, leaving non-essential valuables in hotel safes and carrying only the necessary cash needed for the day. Number 3. Flashy displays of wealth. In their excitement to explore new places and enjoy their vacation, tourists might inadvertently draw attention to themselves by wearing flashy jewelry, designer clothing, or displaying large amounts of cash in public. This overt display of wealth can mark them as potential targets for thieves seeking an easy score. To avoid attracting unwanted attention, you can opt for modest clothing, leave expensive jewelry at home, and use discreet ways to carry money, like a hidden travel pouch or a money clip. Number 4. Language barriers. Language barriers can prove challenging for tourists when trying to communicate with locals or seeking assistance in unfamiliar situations. Criminals may exploit this difficulty, pretending to help while actually taking advantage of the tourist's confusion. You should try to learn a few basic phrases in the local language. Carry a translation app and seek help from tourist information centers or reputable establishments if you need assistance. Number 5. Lack of local knowledge. Not sure about the safest areas to visit? It's time to put your detective hat on. Tourists may lack awareness of the high crime areas or dangerous neighborhoods in the places they visit. Being unfamiliar with potential risks, you might inadvertently venture into unsafe locations, putting yourself at higher risk of robbery or other criminal activities. Prior to traveling, you should research the safety of the areas you are planning to visit, consult travel guides or online resources, and pay attention to local advice or warnings to avoid risky places. Number 6. Distractions. Yes, that was what happened to me. I was distracted for just a few minutes and I got robbed. With so many new sights and experiences to take in, tourists can become easily distracted, especially while sightseeing or engaging in activities. While your attention is focused on capturing the perfect photo or admiring landmarks, thieves might take advantage of your preoccupation and swiftly snatch belongings from your hands or pockets. To stay safe, you should always stay alert and aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded places, and avoid openly displaying expensive items that might attract unwanted attention. Capturing the perfect shot is fantastic, but remember to stay vigilant while you're out there. Number 7. Trusting strangers. Now let's talk about trust. While most people you meet on your journey will be genuine and friendly, some might have ulterior motives, just like the guy that robbed me blind. Tourists might feel more vulnerable and seek assistance from friendly-looking strangers. Unfortunately, some criminals prey on this trust, pretending to be helpful locals while actually leading tourists into dangerous situations or distracting them to facilitate theft. It's essential for you to exercise caution when accepting help from strangers and to seek assistance from official tourist information centers, hotel staff, or law enforcement when needed. Before we move on, I want to take a moment to express my gratitude. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our latest travel tips, and share this information with your friends and family. But let's get back to the topic. 15 common mistakes tourists make that lead to robbery. Number 8. Over-reliance on technology. The wonders of technology. Navigation apps are incredible tools, but don't let them distract you entirely. Stay aware of your surroundings, take breaks to look up, and use good old-fashioned maps or ask locals for directions to stay alert and safe. While smartphones and navigation apps are incredibly useful tools for travelers, over-reliance on technology can lead to reduced situational awareness. Staring at screens or following GPS directions blindly may cause you to miss potential dangers around, making you easy targets for pickpockets or other thieves. Make sure you use navigation apps responsibly, take breaks to look around, and familiarize yourself with the surroundings. Number 9. Inadequate security measures. Leaving your valuables unattended or not securing your belongings properly can be an invitation to theft. Tourists who neglect simple security measures can inadvertently make themselves easy targets for thieves. Leaving valuables unattended on restaurant tables or at the beach, not securing bags properly, or failing to lock hotel room doors can all contribute to potential theft. You must remain vigilant about your belongings, use hotel safes when available, and lock doors and windows to prevent opportunistic theft. Number 10. Lack of situational awareness. Hey there, daydreamers! Traveling can be mesmerizing, but again, it's crucial to stay focused on your surroundings. Are you immersed in the excitement of travel? Tourists may become less attentive to their personal belongings, surroundings, and potential threats during vacation. Criminals may take advantage of this lack of situational awareness to snatch bags, wallets, or other valuables without being noticed. It's crucial for you to maintain awareness of your surroundings, especially in crowded places or public transportation, and be mindful of where you keep your belongings to prevent theft. Number 11. Standing out as tourists. Time to embrace the art of blending in. Dressing like a local and carrying inconspicuous bags can help you avoid unwanted attention. Being less obvious as a tourist means you're less likely to be targeted. Tourists who dress in a way that clearly distinguishes them from locals may become targets for criminals who perceive them as wealthier and more vulnerable. Wearing conspicuous clothing, carrying large touristy bags, or openly displaying cameras can draw unwanted attention. To blend in and reduce the risk of robbery, you should consider adopting a more modest and low-key appearance, opting for neutral-colored clothing and inconspicuous bags. Number 12. Public transportation use. Public transportation is fantastic, but it's essential to be cautious, especially in crowded buses, trains, and subways. Tourists who are unfamiliar with local public transportation systems might stand out, making them susceptible to pickpocketing and other forms of theft. Crowded buses, trains, and subways can be hotspots for thieves seeking to take advantage of tourists who might be preoccupied or disoriented during their journeys. To minimize the risk, you should keep your belongings secure and be cautious of your surroundings while using public transportation. Number 13. Taxis and rideshare scams. Taxis and rideshares are convenient, but be aware of potential scams. Unscrupulous taxi drivers or rideshare operators may take advantage of tourists by overcharging for rides or taking longer routes to increase fares. Some might even engage in more nefarious activities such as colluding with other criminals to rob unsuspecting passengers. You must use reputable and licensed transportation services. Agree on fares in advance when possible, and use GPS navigation apps to monitor the route during the ride. Number 14. Isolated tourist attractions. Exploring off the beaten path spots can be incredible, but remember, isolated areas might lack witnesses in case of trouble. Criminals may target tourists visiting isolated attractions or quiet areas where there are fewer witnesses and less chance of being caught. You should be cautious when exploring remote or secluded places and consider visiting popular attractions during daylight hours when there are more people around. As we wrap up this enthralling exploration of 15 common mistakes tourists make that lead to robbery, keep in mind that by reserving your tickets online now, you can snag an exclusive savings on your upcoming flight. Make the most of our exceptional discount by clicking the link below this video. Number 15. Nighttime vulnerability. Finally, let's talk about nightlife. While it's fun to let loose, be mindful of your alcohol consumption. Tourists exploring nightlife and entertainment districts may be at higher risk, especially if they consume alcohol or become disoriented. Criminals might take advantage of their altered state to commit theft, or take advantage of their diminished ability to recognize potential dangers. You should exercise caution, avoid excessive alcohol consumption, travel in groups whenever possible, and use reliable transportation services to return to your accommodations safely. Well, there you have it, fellow travelers. Our top 15 tips to stay safe and avoid theft during your adventures. Remember, exploring the world should be a joyous experience, and by taking these precautions, you can ensure it stays that way. If you found these tips helpful, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more travel guides and safety tips. Safe travels, and we'll see you in the next video.